Hey y'all, hey, I'm back. So, I did my little video this morning just because I wanted to give a little quick recap on what happened last night. And like I said, I don't think either one of them should have brought in the kids, but I want to be very clear with this part right here. Again, I'm not caping for nobody, but I want to be very clear because what I see what Nicki is trying to do right now, she's trying to like shift the narrative of how this actually went. And just because you deleted your tweets, Nicki, that doesn't mean that the rest of us, people were on live stream when you were tweeting these things, so there's that evidence. And then we have screenshots of what you said. Just because you delete your tweets, it does not mean that the rest of us did not keep the file, sisterin'. And if we really want to go back to what actually happened, like I said, I told y'all in my earlier video, the timeline of everything, Nicki is the one who came out of nowhere at 11:03 p.m. I mean, it's not out of nowhere. They was going back and forth, but Nicki is the one who started by saying culture is ugly. That is what she tweeted. Now, did she delete that tweet? She did. And she also deleted the tweet where she said, your album flopped, your pussy flopped, I outrank you in your own gang. And a sympathy baby couldn't even get you 228, abort mission. Those were her tweets. Now again, she deleted them and now she's trying to play, oh well, that's so disgusting to say about children when you literally, again, Cardi was not right for what she said about Nicki's child, but I would like to say, if anybody ever called my daughter ugly or she needs to die, as Cardi said, when I drag it to hell, Cardi, you evil as fuck, I would first of all, there's not even nothing to talk about. You say anything about my kid, as we gonna get into, we're past Twitter. Because now I'm not even going back and forth with you. I'm gonna find you. Period. So do I agree with Cardi in the way that she responded by talking about her son? No. But at the same time, if you bring up my kid, I'm taking it past hell. We're going into Hades. Fuck it, not hell. Hades. We're going to go all the way down. We're not Michelle that when they go low, we go high. No, when they go low, we take it to the fucking gutter, specifically around my motherfucking kid. So, after the last tweet that Cardi put up last night, which was, bitch, you keep talking about you want to fight me, but we're waiting for the Addy. Drop it. Where you at, ho? And then Nicki continues to tweet different stats and stuff like that. I think where we are now, Nicki is done. Yeah, like before, like she was done, but this whole situation has solidified she's done out in these streets. She's done. It's as good as done. Between you calling that girl's daughter ugly out of nowhere when she didn't bring the kids and did to it, you did. And I know people want to say, oh, well, Cardi brought up the fact that it was Papa Bear's birthday. But Nicki's the one who said that. Nicki's the one who came out and said, thank you so much for making me happy on Papa Bear's birthday or whatever. And all she was saying is that, why are you not being a mother? And I hate when you bitches try to take what somebody is saying about you as a parent and try to say that you're talking about the child. She did not talk about Papa Bear. She said, if it's his birthday, then why are you bothering me? She's coming for her parenting skills, not for the child at all. But again, Nicki's the one who said that culture was ugly. She's the one that said that she needed to abort her baby. She's the one who said that that culture and her sister is a roach. So I want to be clear that all of those things happened, although Onika would like to delete and try to make it seem like that's not what happened. We have the screenshots and we have the videos. You talked about her children first, and then, as she says, she took it to hell and talked about your son. Now, what I do wish that she would have done, I wish this tweet that I'm about to read right now, I wish that Cardi would have just put this tweet out after like Nicki went off about her kids. I know that's asking for a lot, but I wish this is what she would have posted and then just left it. And to me, also, this response also shows me, versus like Nicki's response, it shows me that Cardi does have good people around her. She has good people around. Now, she may not listen to them all the time, but she has good people around her that's telling her, bruh, stop, like, let it go. And she's going to. Versus Nicki, there's nobody over there to stop her. So I'm going to read what Cardi said. Cardi says, dear Onika, I know it's Tanya. I don't give a fuck. Tanya Mirage. This, my last time responding to you because this past Twitter now, I gotta see you. Which I would agree. You talk about my kid, this is not Twitter no more. I'm gonna beat your ass when I see you. Anyway, but first, I'm gonna tell you the truth. You said out of your own mouth that the little girl and you haven't forgave your mother yet, And that's because your mom used to stay silent when your dad used to touch on you every time he did that crack pipe. Now, that's a read within itself. But yes, Nicki has talked about that before in the past, right? So keep going. I know you experienced a lot of trauma and abuse, but matter of fact, before I do that, dear Anika Tony Mirage, this is my last time responding to you because this is past Twitter now. I gotta see you. But first, I'm gonna tell you the truth. You said out of your own mouth that the little girl in you haven't forgave your mother yet, and that's because your mom used to stay silent when your dad used to touch on you every time he did that crack pipe. I know you experienced a lot of trauma and abuse, but drugs is not going to help you. You need to go to therapy now. I'm going to let you know this today. Your husband is not stopping you from your actions because he lets you do drugs all day to numb you so he can max out your credit card. Yeah, you think I don't know? Them Queens niggas that you be letting in your house every time you kick them out be coming and spilling your tea in the hood. But I'm going to be the realest person to ever tell you. You need to get help. You need to heal that trauma. You always coming at people every time you see them happy because you got so much trauma and pain that you want to put on others. Your fans are going to gas you up while you literally lose your damn mind. And you have no friends, no family, just that man in your house that lets you do drugs till you pass out so he can spend your money and buy the hood change. I'm not throwing away my career in endorsements going back and forth with words with a possessed drug addict. I'll see you when I see you. I said, well, that's how you clear a bitch. And that's what I wish that she would have just put out. But like besides talking about her son, I wish she would have just put this out. If she just tweets this right here and walks away, I mean, this shit is pretty impactful even after everything that she said. This right here, when you start to get into the truths of the truths of the truths, and people gotta really, and she didn't curse. I'm trying to think, did she curse at all? At the most, she said, lose your damn mind. This was a Phaedra level read. When Phaedra read Kenya, that's this shit. I didn't even like Meet the Grams, but I used the beat because somebody said it and I think it actually applies. Like, that's how you clear a bitch. Right there. You hit her with nothing but facts. You give her halfway love. You didn't curse. You just told her the facts of the facts of the facts. And bitch, you cleared. Bitch, you cleared. And I'm glad that this is the last thing that she's going to say. That was, I think, at 1:56 p.m. She has not said anything since, okay? And since then, Nicki has been tweeting nonstop. Look at it. She's still tweeting right now. So let me see. This bitch is insane, bruh. So Cardi tweeted that at 1:50 something p.m. This is Nicki at 2:28 p.m. We will boycott every company attached to her, just like we did with BET. Every company that enabled her disgusting remarks about children and other marginalized groups for years. You have 3 days to cut ties. That's it. That is all. Enjoy your day. We have receipts. Okay, so you think that you have enough pull to make companies not work with Cardi because you're in your feelings about some shit? That's number one. When you say we will boycott, do you just mean the bars? Because the rest of us ain't not listening or consuming a brand or boycotting a brand because you're upset with a bitch. Second of all, when you say every company that enabled her disgusting remarks about children, okay, as I said before, bitch, you're the one who started off by saying that culture was ugly. Again, just because you delete, you're talking about we have the receipts. Bitch, I have the receipts. We have the receipts of you starting this whole thing. We have the receipts of you calling that girl's child ugly, unprovoked, when she didn't say anything about your child. You still, if I go back now, you probably still got tweets up of you calling Culture a roach and her sister a roach. What are we talking about? What about your disgusting remarks? Which is why I really do believe when Cardi and everybody says that this woman is on some type of illicit drugs. I believe it. Because there's no way. Either that or you are literally mentally ill. Like Kanye level mentally ill. And if you are still underestimating my influence, try me. I'm not gonna honestly even read any of this because she's just spiraling. And ever since then, is every minute it's another tweet. Every minute, it's another tweet. It's another tweet. She just keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Like, I want y'all to, I'm not exaggerating. Look at this bitch. Look at this bitch. Hold on, where we at? Where we at? Like, this bitch is insane. Look at her. An hour ago, right? Going. She just going. This doesn't seem like somebody that's unhinged to y'all. Look at this bitch. Look how much she has tweeted over the last hour. This is like a tweet every 2 minutes. And she's still going. Ooh, not my bitch Beyonce. What about Beyonce? Don't make me bitch. Once I saw the camel copying me and Zoo's poses, I was like, erg. And she's talking about this pose right here. Girl, I can't wait till Solange see you and beat your ass. Because Beyonce not going to do it. That scary hoe knew to delete that tweet about my son. Okay, the same way that you deleted your tweet about her child. This bitch is delusional. That's it. She's Listen, look at what she said. That scary hoe knew to delete that tweet about my son. Okay, so I want to go back to see if you deleted your tweet when you called her child ugly. Did you delete any of your tweets when you said, okay, so this part is still up here, right? Culture, you're a roach and a monkey. That part's still up there. But let me see. As I said, the first tweet from her yesterday that's on her page still is the Barney flop. I don't see nothing up here about when you called that girl's child ugly. I don't see nothing up here when you told that lady to abort her child. Again, delusional. And as she said, the Barbs in particular is gonna be the reason that Nicki loses her damn mind. Because all they do is feed into her bullshit and never hold her accountable. So she constantly thinks that she's on the right side of things because the Barbs do nothing but tell her that she's fucking right. Nicki, hang it the fuck up. You're done, bro. We don't give a fuck what you gotta say no more. I'm talking about the GP. We don't give a fuck about what you gotta say no more. You're a liar. You need help. I don't know if you do any drugs because I don't really know you. I don't know you at all. But either you need to put down the drugs or you need to go and seek mental help. There's no reason that your son's birthday was yesterday and that's what you decided to do. And it makes no sense that you are saying that this hoe knew to delete the tweet about your son. Meanwhile, hold on. I'm going to screenshot because you like to delete and tweet, sisterin. For you to say that scary hoe knew to delete that tweet about my son when you literally deleted, this bitch is insane. I stand on everything I say. This bitch is insane. And they said she did not delete it because it's still there. And let me go check. It's still there. So as I said, this bitch is delusional. She said that she deleted a tweet that's still there. So what we need to do now, as the public as a whole, we need to take Onika, we need to put her in the same box as Kanye, and we need to push that box under the bed, and we're done. It was nice. I've been listening to Nicki since I was like in maybe 8th grade, 9th grade. So it's been nice, you carried for me throughout high school. You carried for most of college for me. But yeah, it was nice. She had a nice run. It's terrible that it has to end this way. Terrible that she got to go out this way. But that lady is mentally unstable. And she got to get all that hate up out her heart. And maybe if she ever does, she can come back and apologize and, do a long form interview to kind of tell us why. Maybe it really is that man that's just like running her raggedy and spending up all her money and drugging her up, because it makes no sense. Like, you see how, although Cardi was snapping out yesterday, you see how she came back, similar to how she did with the lotto thing and apologized, how she came back and said, you know what? I'm not fucking up my career going back and forth with you. You're a weirdo and I'm done. This bitch is still tweeting. Nicki is still tweeting because they're as Cardi said in that thing when she says you have no friends and no family, to me that's very clear in the way that Nicki is still tweeting. There is nobody around you to take your fucking phone. Your husband ain't even being a fucking husband and tapping you on your shoulder and saying you're doing too much. Put the phone down. Let's go play with our son. And I also wonder, how does Kenneth think that this works? You can't continuously spend Nicki's money if there's no money left to spend. Because I'm going to assume if Cardi is saying, I'm not going to throw away my career and endorsements behind going back and forth with you, I'm going to assume probably that some probably people that wanted to endorse her probably are saying, no, we don't want to, due to her comments, or probably saying we're going to pull out. And that's smart for Cardi to say, you want to know what? I'm losing enough money doing this, so I'm just going to stop. Meanwhile, your bum ass is still going back and forth with yourself at this point. And she'll probably continue to tweet, probably for the next 2 days, probably back to back. But you keep talking about Jay-Z. Y'all know I don't even really give two shits about Jay-Z. But you really toeing the line of talking about my motherfucking fave. Because you talking about my fave's husband. Which, that's one thing. But you talking about Blue Ivy Carter's daddy. I got a problem with that. You don't play with Blue Ivy Carter. And you know I don't play that shit when it comes to Beyonce. I don't play none of that shit when it comes to Beyonce. So keep it on her husband. But if Solange drags the shit out of you, I won't have anything to say. And I would like to say is that Nicki keeps trying to keep Beyonce out of it. But you're talking, my thing is, what makes no sense to me is, when people try to say, oh, well, you got a problem with Beyonce, and she say, I don't. My thing is, you're getting upset because people are bringing up your trash-ass husband. But you think that you can constantly shoot at Beyonce's husband and her not feel some type of way. The same way you feel some type of way about people shooting at your husband, you think she ain't gonna feel no type of way about you constantly coming for her husband? You lucky that Beyonce is who she is, and she ain't a Creole gutter bitch and don't come and fuck you up. Stop talking about people's husbands. Stop talking about people's fucking kids. The problem is that she ain't never been punched in the mouth. If she gets punched in the mouth, instead of hiding on the fucking wall with security when somebody's trying to fucking come for her and beat her ass, maybe we wouldn't be here. But she needs to get punched in the mouth one good fucking time. No security. No you hiding behind security. Move security out the way and get punched in the fucking face, and then maybe you wouldn't talk like that. I would love if Beyonce punched you in your face. That would actually, like, make my fucking day. But she's Beyonce, and she knows better than to act like that. She's going to pay you dust. 9 times out of 10, you're just end up probably going to get sued long-term from Roc Nation. I'm pretty sure that's how that's going to go. They're probably just going to sue you. And the little bit of ducats that you have left, which is almost nothing, they're going to take that. And you think you got a drug problem now, allegedly. Child, please. Child, please. Child, please. So, yeah, this was fun in the sense of, like, you know, Nicki, you had a nice time. You know, like, we had a nice time for the time that we had a nice time. And, yeah, I think that's the end of it. Y'all get in the comments. Tell me what y'all favorite Nicki moment was in her legacy, because it's done now. It's done. Kaput. Cardi cleared her. She's still going off. We see we've been saw who the winner was, but, like, now it's official. Who really depressed the bitch is versus who's not. Hope the barbs can sustain you, bitch.